Static. Hey, Bob, what's that? Show's Bob.
Chaka!
Hey, Chaka.
Kupani!
Yeah, I think more like Sleestack. Sleestack. Is that what you were watching tonight?
I'm Egon.
Land of the Lost? Is that what movie you were watching?
Nah, I was just thinking about your family, and I thought, we'll do Chewbacca, I think, you know?
Yeah. Go right ahead. That's not how Chewbacca sounds. Chewbacca's.
Chaka.
You sound more like that little crazy big lip guy. You
know, damn characters all have names.
Yeah, I know. They have names.
Like, I was taking this quiz, and my kid's like, let me help you. And, like, he's, like, rattling off all these names. I go, these son of bitches have names? He goes,
yeah. These sons of bitches got names?
I go, what?
I said, you lying.
Everybody's going to be like, what?
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those cats were fast as lightning. I don't think Chaka was in the Star Wars universe, just saying. Except for Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan.
I would have changed it all completely. Now, what?
Not really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I feel for you.
The only...
What?
No, I don't. The only Kupani in the universe, eh?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I was in a land far, far away this weekend.
Yes. Where were you, Bob?
Well, I went to what I'm referring to as the Hillbilly Vegas. You know what that is?
Billy Vegas.
Yeah. You know what that is?
That, huh?
You know what Hillbilly Vegas is?
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh, Branson. Branson, Missouri. The Hillbilly Vegas.
Why were you in Branson?
Oh, you might say, why were you in Branson? Well, I wasn't
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Why were you in Branson? Yeah.
Well, I went... It's a long story, Harold. I was thumbing through the one ads in the Shelby County Tribune when this classified advertisement caught my eye. It's like, take immediate possession right away on the 67 Chevrolet half-ton pickup truck. We'll sell or trade for a hide of bed and $35. Anyway, so I was actually down at Lake of the Ozarks for work, and my daughter had to go to Branson for a function, and so I went there after I got done at Lake of the Ozarks. My wife came and got me, and we drove down from Lake of the Ozarks down to Branson. And so we were there. We spent the night waiting for this thing from my daughter the next day. We were going to pick her up at the end of the day, and I found myself in, like, holy hell of Branson, because that's where I had to be.
The holy hell of Branson. Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's nothing more... If you want to feel svelte and in shape, go to Branson. You, my friend, would be like, prize pickings.
I'd be like the Chuck Norris of Branson.
You would be. I'm telling you, there's more. They got more tonnage, than a rock pile. I'm telling you.
There's some biggins there, huh?
They got big bones, yeah.
Big-boned people and.
So we spent the night at this kind of rinky. It was very clean, but it was a little bit rinky hotel, and we look outside because we got there late at night, and I'm like, this place is just like it's like it's like Las Vegas, but with hillbillies and only family friendly stuff. So everything's family friendly, right? And it's all gaudy as all get out. It's terrible. So my wife and I figured out within about half an hour that this was not the place for us to be. So we left. We had to come back and get my daughter, but my wife said, we were thinking about going to the Titanic thing because they have like this building that's shaped like the Titanic. And inside it is like a Titanic exhibit. Right?
What?
Yeah. Huh?
Branson?
In Branson, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it looked kind of neat, but it was like really expensive. And they also
dubbed as the Tom Jones Cabaret.
Yeah, well, it could
It's
be.
not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Watch out for that iceberg. And
iceberg? Whoa.
that's how they give people ice in their drink. They chip it off the iceberg. Yeah. But anyway, we thought about going to the Ripley's Believe It or Not place, but that was really expensive. And so my wife's like, we tried to drive, which was just hell trying to drive in Branson. It's like, like wall-to-wall cars. So we left. She's like, my wife's like, screw this. I hate it. We're going to go someplace else. I'm like, that's fine with me. I'm just here to drive. And so you'll never believe where we ended up at, which is not that far from Branson. It's probably about an hour away. But not, in the realm of things, it's not that far.
Kansas City?
No, that's more than an hour away. We were at the Laura Ingalls Wilder home. She lived in Mansfield, Missouri before she died. And my wife was like, I want to go see this Laura Ingalls Wilder's home.
Now, hold on.
Yeah.
'Cause I thought I saw a sign for her house when we went out to South Dakota. I thought
there was a house there as well. Yes, she lived there.
So
yeah.
She has moved around a little. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but before she passed away, they lived in Mansfield, Missouri, is where she wrote the books, supposedly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And South Dakota is where she lived with her parents, and in Mansfield is where she was, older and wrote the books.
Okay.
In like the 20s or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So we drove out there to the Laura Ingalls Wilder, which if people aren't familiar, is Little House on the Prairie. She wrote Little House on the Prairie and all these other, books about frontier life with her family. And at the museum is like her father's fiddle, which is big in the books, right? Pa's fiddle. And had pictures of all of them, all the different Ingalls.
Yeah.
And of course she married, and so her husband and so forth. And I will tell you, you saw Little House on the Prairie, right? Michael Landon and so forth.
I try not to, but yeah, go ahead.
You've seen it though. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I will tell you that her mother looked nothing like the woman in that show. Absolutely nothing.
Because that was a nice looking woman in that show.
Exactly. Very nice looking woman in that show. Karen Grassel was her name.
Yes.
But, Laura Ingalls' mom, not the looker at all.
But she's not the Blair. She's definitely the Natalie.
She's not even a Natalie, I'm saying.
Wow.
Yeah.
She'd be jealous of Natalie.
Yes. She had a face like a frying pan.
Yee.
Yeah, exactly. She wouldn't even make Natalie on the scale. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's more like a warm blanket. That's about it.
Butterface.
So we're there at this. There was not too many people there, which was great because Branson was just lousy with people. So we're there at this Laura Ingalls Wilder home, and
you made love in the bathroom.
No, there's Amish people there.
Yeah.
Amish people, or at least Mennonite people.
I think they're allowed to go. I think they are allowed to travel and go to places.
I know, but it was so weird. They're in this museum,
Yeah.
and I'm like, this is not any. This is like your house. You're looking at like your own house. It's it's from like the turn of the century. Why would you pay money to look at your own house?
You know, they've got some modern conveniences here. Look,
I mean, you know, it was like old typewriters, non-electric typewriter, you know, that she wrote the books on, and all this, you know, the old fiddle and the old wagon and the old. I'm like, they're looking at their own house. What? What
maybe
is
they got
the?
a discount now.
Yeah, maybe they got it for free. I don't know. All Amish for free. They were pioneers. They're still pioneers.
I know, they're like living the dream, and you're all jealous. Like, man.
Well, I don't understand why they would pay $10 to look inside their own house.
Get into that? Holy cow.
I wouldn't pay $10 to look in your house.
Well, okay, yeah. All right.
Well, but see, later in the tour, the real purpose revealed itself.
Okay.
So I think there was ulterior motives to these Amish folks.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's weird because like they're wearing a straw hat and then there's a straw hat in the case. You know?
Yeah.
And they looked about the same. So one was new and one was really old. So anyway, we made our way through the museum and we went through the house and it was very quaint and it was fun. My wife told me all kinds of facts because she knows all about this stuff and I'm an idiot. So that was all neat. So then we finally end up in the gift store. And here's another odd thing about these Amish people in the gift store. They're selling the hats that they were wearing. You know, like the bonnet and the... Yeah, they're wearing those. Those are their everyday clothes.
Stop those people. I think they shoplifted.
Exactly. That's right. That's right. You couldn't... It's like... Would they pay $5 for that bonnet? That they got one on their head that they made? Anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe they were there just checking on business. I don't know. So...
Maybe they get a discount.
Yeah, maybe they get a discount. Well... So here's where I'm telling you what the reality of the tour was for these people.
Yeah.
So we make our way around because it's a very tiny place. Not a lot to it, really. I mean, you know, it's interesting and all, but it's very small. So we're making our way around the gift shop and looking at all this stuff. And you know, I see like one of the Amish boys looking at a coonskin cap thinking, don't you make those yourself? But anyway... You know, that was my...
We're not allowed.
I'm not allowed. And so we get over by the bathroom. Now, the only people inside the building are myself and my wife, an Amish family, and the lady working the register. Okay?
Yeah.
Only people in the gift shop at the moment. So we're working our way around. We get by the bathroom. It smells like somebody fucking died. And I gave you the litany of who was in the building.
Yeah.
The lady at the counter never left, and I did not use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Some Amish guy was holding it, probably like for 5 years, and unleashed the fury in the modern toilet.
Maybe he couldn't find the outhouse.
I guess not. That's what I'm saying. He paid his $10 to go take a giant dump in the gift shop bathroom, is what I'm thinking.
Yes.
It smelled like, holy hell.
Did they flush? Maybe they didn't know how to
I
flush.
didn't go in there. You didn't even have to go in there. You just walked by it, and it was like a wall of stink.
Hey, man, where's the courtesy flush?
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, oh, my God. The humanity.
Oh, man, they're eating all that good food, too.
I'm thinking, Mom must have been holding it in for years and just let it all go. Yeah. I'm thinking, my thought was it put you to shame, really.
Right.
You would be nothing in this, in light of what I smelled near the bathroom door. So, and I think there was a fan on in there. So,
Yeah.
my gosh. So I was thinking somebody paid money just to use the modern toilet, but that was my thought.
We didn't want to come in. We just had to poo, though.
Yeah, but they went through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just, don't mind me, Father. I'm just going to go look in this closet. Oh!
Nice.
And then his dad will be chastising him later. Did you use the English's toilet? Why, no, Father. The Rumspringer has started early this year.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was just like, oh my. And it was like, you could get the edge of it at the counter when we bought some stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I bought a hat like those guys were. No, I didn't buy a hat. I'm joking.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No, my wife bought some stuff, and so. But yeah, I wanted to ask him so badly. I wanted to say, why are you here?
Laura Ingalls official thong.
Can't you just go to your neighbor's house and get the same experience?
Look, Jebediah nipple clips.
Yeah.
Wouldn't expect that at a country store.
Oh, the country is. Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't recall seeing those or the thong, but.
Edible panties. Look.
Yeah.
English
panties. Look, Ma. No more gingham. It just is weird to see these people in what was basically, a pioneer museum of sorts. Yeah. I mean, they did have some more modern things, like, because she lived until like the 50s, the Laura Ingalls Wilder. So.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, 57.
How old was she when she died?
The 90.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so by the time she moved to Mansfield, she was like in her 40s, I guess. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So she lived most of her life there. The other places that she lived with her folks and stuff was a very minor part of her life. Yeah. So anyhow, she had one daughter, and they talked about that as well. But so it was interesting, and and I got to experience the fury of an Amish dump. I was like, oh my Lord.
Oh God.
It was like, I don't know, like burning off your eyebrows or something. So, got that going.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. So what's happening with you there, King Vitamin?
I really didn't have a story for tonight. That's the bad news.
Oh, you didn't? Well, I could talk more. I got some other ones.
Well, bring it on.
About Branson.
Yeah, why not?
Well, now I'm trying to think. I've never. We actually, because we didn't stay in Branson too long, we went to Springfield, Missouri as well, and went to this antique mall. Have you ever been to an antique mall?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, my wife wanted to go to this antique mall, so I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Actually, it was a tip from the Laura Ingalls Wilder gift shop lady. My wife was talking about it to me, and she goes, oh, there's a nice antique mall in Springfield, Missouri, and oh, okay, well, what's the name of that, So we get over there, and it's like booths, right? I guess you buy a booth space. I've never.
Oh, okay. Yes, I have been to one of those.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I've never been. I mean, I guess I've been to one before, but I can't remember. But this is like a whole new experience. Actually, I sent you a picture. I got you never got it, but I tried to
Oh,
text it to you. But they had all kinds of weird stuff there. I mean, it wasn't all antique. Some of it was
su-
newer stuff. But what's that?
such as,
Well, I
such
sent you a
as.
picture of somebody had laser cut um, like spatulas, like like for your grill.
Yeah.
Well, they cut them with sports teams, so I took a picture of one of the Bears and sent it to you and asked you if you had one of these, but you never did respond. So
No, I never got that picture.
yeah, so it had the Bears logo, on it, so you could
Yeah.
flip your hamburgers with your favorite sports team. But I mean, just
Right.
all kinds of random crap. I mean, there was like old Coke bottle. I mean, just you just walk and it is a plethora of random things. One was a book about Fonzie, was in one of these things.
Most of it belongs in a landfill.
Well, I guess, but I mean, some of it was your childhood. It was like toys and a bunch of Atari cartridges in one of these things. It was all kind of interesting. My
Yeah.
wife was on the hunt for something, so she had something in mind, but I just kind of took it all in. But the most bizarre thing was I'm walking along, it's like, I mean, this thing was huge. It was like a pole barn kind of situation. It was just full of these little nooks and crannies, where people were selling crap. And I go by one, and I'm like, and it has a picture of like a guy that looked like you wearing a baseball cap.
Yeah.
And it says,
Sexy.
what, sexy?
Sexy, yeah.
Yeah, a sexy guy with a baseball cap. And it has the caption, "Do you know this person? He stole from my booth." They had two of those. They had another
Nice.
one too with some other weird looking redheaded kid. "Do you know this person? They stole from this booth." So apparently they have like security cameras in the ceiling, and then they were missing something. They went back and found a picture before it went missing.
I have never been tempted to steal anything from any antique mall in my life.
Yeah, well, I beg to differ. I should have took a picture of that picture. It would be you, Mr. Stealing from the antique booth.
No.
Somebody stole my Crocs from his antique booth.
Although this guy did have a poster of Rommel. I kind of wanted that bad. But they
Oh,
wanted,
really? Okay.
Yeah. They wanted like big bucks for it.
Yeah, they had crazy things in there. They had like old luggage, which we have some old luggage. They wanted like $70 and old
Yeah.
furniture and things like that. I mean, we've inherited some furniture over the years that was worth like $300-400 at this antique mall. So
Yeah.
that was cool. I'm like, hey, look at that. Yes. And then they had just old McDonald's toys, which I used to have a plethora of McDonald's toys. I still have some of them. What?
The glasses.
The glasses, yes, glasses. I had all those. I had the Stomper trucks. Remember when they had Stomper trucks? And at one point, I had a piece of the menu board when they changed the menu board, like where it said how much the hamburgers were.
Right.
Well, I had a piece of that. My mom threw it away, and I told her I was at a hotel for work at one point, and there was one of those McDonald's shows going on where they sell this crap.
Yeah.
And I said, I saw this guy had and for $100, he was selling the piece of the menu board like I had. I told my mother, and she was so mad at herself. I'm like, that menu board was worth $100, Mom.
You stupid old fool.
Yeah, she was. Well, my mom's cheap, and so if she hears something like that, come on.
Oh, Pop
Yeah, she was about ready to, pop a vein in her head or something. $100? I threw that thing away. I'm like, don't throw my stuff away. Because this was when I was transitioning, so.
Oh, like
Over for the last 20 years, transitioning out of my parents' house, so.
You've been transitioning like Bruce Jenner, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes. Well, my breasts are a little larger than they used to be. I don't know about you, but
Caitlin? Can I call you Caitlin?
yeah, you can call me Caitlin if you'd like. Yes.
Caitlin DeMent? Yes.
Or Roberta, either one. I think you'd rather call me Roberta, but.
What are you, Roberta? About a size 12.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you do me?
Yeah, no. But that antique mall was fascinating. I'd never been to something like that I can recall.
Yeah.
So that was my big trip to Branson. Ended up me not being in Branson because it was just so hellish.
You couldn't handle it.
Well, it's just too much. I mean, it's like, I'd be like one of those kids, those special needs kids that starts hitting himself. Wapner. That was like what my.
You didn't take in a show?
No, it was just crazy.
You didn't go see like the Osmonds or anything? Or?
No, they weren't playing that night, I don't think. But.
We're sorry, sir. Pearl Lives is dead.
I did watch the Branson TV in the hotel just to see what's what, and I did see Jimmy Osmond, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, little Jimmy Osmond,
Jimmy
Yeah.
Osmond.
Donnie was a little bit rock and roll, and Marie was a little bit country.
Right.
And Jimmy was a little bit gay.
Whoa!
I'm just joking. I don't have any idea.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. Branson said that was not for me. Maybe if if we'd planned it to be there and just do that. I mean, basically there was only three things in Branson that I saw: hotels, theaters, and places to eat.
Yeah.
That was it.
May I just say the opinions of Bob Lamette do not necessarily reflect.
Oh, you would have loved it. That was your kind of place. I mean, there's a lot of places to spend a lot of money for no reason.
I would like to see Waylon Flowers and Madam, please.
Well, they didn't have a lot of that. I mean, it was all like the Beatles fakes and Michael Jackson fakes, and and then you had like people you can barely remember, Yeah. And then like country acts. There was Clint Black was down there. He's a name of sorts.
Yeah.
And then Dolly Parton's got a place down there. So.
He does?
Yeah, well, it's not. She doesn't perform there so much, but she has the Dolly Parton Dixie Stampede. It's like medieval times, but with cowboys and Indians.
Oh yeah, my kid went to something like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's all very over the top, Dick Clark has a place down there.
Except he's dead.
Well, he's dead now, but he wasn't. He was Dick Clark. Yeah. So,
I only wish Jeff Goldblum had a place down there.
Ah, yeah. Well, see, I'm thinking that's they're gonna have to turn pretty soon because, I mean, a lot of the people that they're showcasing, like Elvis and everything, they're not gonna have any fans anymore. These people are dying, and they're gonna have to get new people. Be like the Sid Vicious Theater and stuff like that. So.
The Kurt Cobain Theater.
There you go, Kurt Cobain Theater, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The Amy Winehouse.
They have what would it be? Aglet, the whole tribute band. Got Courtney Love in the whole,
Yeah.
What would be a good one for Nirvana? Valhalla, the Swedish, Nirvana tribute band. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, their audience, I think, is dying out. But there was a lot of old people there. I swear
I don't have a gun.
The only thing we did in Branson was we ate lunch.
And made love.
And this old guy, we were at this restaurant that was not too far from the hotel called Paschetti's, which is just funny, right? And he comes up and he goes, "I'm the Paschetti's photographer." He's like this guy, really, really, probably in his 80s.
Was it Tom Bosley?
Yeah, it was Tom Bosley. Bob, I'm the Spaghetti's photographer. And I was like, what? And he's like giving us this spiel. And I'm like, no, I'm not, It's like the end of Terminator where the kid wants, my father's going to beat me unless you give me $5 for this picture.
Right.
But it's this old guy, and I'm like, no. And all he's got is like this rinky digital camera. I'm like, I can just stick my arm out with this phone here and take a better picture, sir. No offense.
Sounds like one of my scams.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the Paschetti's photographer.
I'm the photographer for the Super 8 over here. If you'd like to come into my room.
That's right. If you want any boudoir photos, I'll help you out.
You two hot ladies here. Oh, you're a dude? Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Don't matter to me.
Deals off the table. Deals off the table.
You got negligees, you can borrow one of mine. Whatever. That'd be you.
You want some short shorts?
I'm on the first floor, second door, room 201. Got all the lighting set up.
We give you a coupon for spaghettis after you're done.
That's right. Get you a free bowl of spaghetti. And go eat, and when you come back, I'll have your prints. All ready for you.
After Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah, so I waved that guy off. I'm like, there's no way I'm getting involved with this guy. Jeez Louise. So that pretty much put me over the edge, and I'm like, we're out of here.
I like giving massages, too.
That's right. If you don't want a picture, I also dance for people. Yeah. Oh, my Lord. So, I don't know. I've never been. I was at Branson when I was a child. I went to Silver Dollar City, and that's it. So, and I think that's what everybody should do. If you go down there, just go to Silver Dollar City and then call it a day. So,
yeah.
Springfield's a much nicer town.
I guess.